Hi guys, this is Maelstrom and welcome back to Dauntless. I had to hit myself multiple times in the face yesterday because I really wanted to start the quest line. But yeah, I was not sure how long. Oh, this is kind of shiny. I didn't really know how long the quest line is and what it actually contains. And I didn't want to start recording yesterday to quit because I had to go to bed and then start recording today. That always messes up the volume a little bit. Microphone not being in the right position and all. So yeah, that's what we are going to do today. Yesterday we took a look at all the major big ass things that came into the game, major changes that came into the game. I have been working on my loadout a little bit, and I do have to say it's even better than it was before. The agility I can live without. I got 6 conduit. I cannot even realize that I missed conduit for the 25 attack speed. Nobody who watched my video has even said something. So yeah, 25 attack speed to all slayers for 8 seconds when you use your lantern hold ability. The evasive fury on 6 as well. We had it on 4 previously, or on 5 previously. So 25% attack speed for 16 seconds after dodging. Wild frenzy at 6, under 50% increase attack speed by 25%. So you can see already here we got 75% in here already. If we activate our Shrike Zeal, we get 40% faster movement and then 15% increased attack speed. And then our repeater throwable as well, again for the more attack speed. I'm using the Visage of Thorns, the Burial's Reserve, Light's Refuge. I do believe in Burial's Reserve. I have an Iceborne 2 because I don't have an Iceborne 3 yet. So I can get my Iceborne to 5, which gives me 25% decreased damage taken, I think. Let's take a quick look. Yeah, so under 50% grants 25% decreased damage taken, while Iceborne is active, grants 9% lifesteal, cannot heal beyond 50%. So I'm going to be able to heal a little faster than I already was, and I'm going to take a little less damage when I actually do get hit. So I do believe that this is, so far as I can see it, the most optimal way for you to go into a speed build. Like, I have everything in here right now. If I'm missing something, let me know, because I want to have it in here. The speed that I can shoot at right now is freaking ridiculous. But yeah, just a quick check. I told you guys before on the previous episode that some changes were made to sets, some perks were removed, and that you definitely needed to check out, and this is what I came up with for me, and for me this works out perfectly. So, head into the Maelstrom to take on objectives Cat has given you. Accept. Into the Maelstrom. Ramsgate is a more danger than ever Slayer. Time was, this island was far from the Maelstrom and relatively safe, but thanks to the Skyquake, Arkan's name for it, not mine, the Maelstrom is everywhere beyond the sheltered frontier. The chaos has spread to the behemoths too. Some have migrated, others evolved. I'll let Dr. Priani fill you in on the hard science. Into the Maelstrom. Go see what she's got to say and then get to work improving that gear. Your challenge only gets tougher from here on out, and be sure you've spoken to Gregorio Flint. One of the ways Slayers inspire the people of Ramsgate is this fight is by looking the part, and one of the best ways to look sharp is with a hunt pass. Weapon card unlocked, the Snowdrift Prism. We've got a new prism. Okay. Definitely gonna need to check this out. Yeah, I'm not really sure where this episode is gonna bring me, guys. I might be all over the place, but for now, it is Snowdrift Prism. Was it this one? Yeah, create. The last 4 shots in your magazine generates a frost sprite that causes your next attack to deal 50% bonus damage and minor frost damage, max 4 sprites. So yeah, we already knew that one. But I'm still using the Eclipse one. Basically, the Eclipse gives you 2.5% for each orb you have. And if you have more than 5 orbs, it becomes 5% for each orb. And holy hell, that's a lot of quests we've got right now. So yeah, let's get right into it and go to the first quest giver that I can see here. And that is our lovely fellow Marcus here. Alchemical Romance. Alchemical Romance help Bossum with this new tonic recipe by collecting Wrathwort, Skybloom, and Dashleaf. Schematic for the Frenzy tonic, schematic for the Stamina tonic. Accepts. Be going hard at it, Cap. How's your health? I've been mixing up some experimental tonics that I think might be good for you. Hell, these might even keep you alive in a fight. That's the power of alchemy. I've got 2 new recipes, and I promise these tonics will do you a sky worth of good. You just need to help me scrounge up the ingredients, and I can create a tonic that will improve your attack ability and your overall stamina.
Very good, Captain.
So,
Name the destination.
Alchemical Romance. Accept. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
See you later. Ship's good to go.
Crafting? Because I have all... It might be that some actually... Let's craft one. Not really sure which one he was talking about. So let's craft one of each, I guess. If I actually can. I'm out of... Damn it.
Well, off you go then. No time
Which
like
one?
the
Which
present.
one did I... By collecting Wrathwort, Skybloom, and Dashleaf. Ah, it's Scatter. Okay. So, yeah, accept.
Adventure awaits.
So, we gotta gather some flowers for that quest. Let's move on to the next one. The next one is... Where are you, miss? Right here.
This won't wait.
Dr. Periani. Speak to honorary behemoth expert Dr. Shade Periani and see if you can help each other. Objective: complete 3 patrol hunts for neutral behemoths. 3 blaze, 3 frost, 3 shock, 30 rams. So yeah, that's basically level 1. So except you must be the Slayer recruit. I've heard so much about the name Periani, Dr. Shade Periani. You can call me Doctor. I run the Aurori School for Behemoth Studies, which is a fancy way of saying I want to find out how every behemoth evolves and thrives so we can more efficiently end their threat. Okay. If half of what I heard about your exploit is true, I think we can help each other. The Skyquake wreaked havoc in the behemoth population, so all my data is under distribution is worse than useful. If anyone relied on it right now, I could do more harm than good. You've got to tell me what's out there. Set out on a few patrol hunts and focus on neutral behemoths. Maelstrom affects the Maelstrom effect. Speak to Dr. Periani about gathering a set of behemoth samples. Gather Cherokee scales, Scraff feathers, Nagada chitin, Carabak chitin, and Stormclaw hides. Accepts. Now that we have a better idea of how the Skyquake influence known behemoth distribute in the Shattered Isles, I want to determine how direct and constant exposure to the Maelstrom has affected the behemoths themselves. Bring me some common trophies from an elemental different assortment. And for my purpose, I don't need anything too special. Hides and the like should be fine. The fresher the better, if you please.
Always stay prepared.
So I do believe...
Ready for a challenge?
So we just need to do 3 hunts and then... yeah, a bunch of gatherables. Okay. That's for this one. So basically, these are all the quests we did as we leveled up at the start of the game. I do believe... See, light a fire. So these are the opening quests to show you which lanterns you can build and which potions you can craft and such and such. So assist Arcandrew with this new Embermane lantern design. So Embermane is the first lantern you get to collect. Collect 10 Embermane break parts. Lesser behemoths do not count towards this objective. Embermane Rapture. Except light a fire. Slayer, this may interest you. I have conceived a design for a lantern that incorporates the Embermane's infernal etheric essence into blaze-infused lantern design, but I need some data from the lantern of a Slayer who has recently defeated such a behemoth. I believe you may be of assistance in this regard. If you can bring me the necessary etheric lantern data from your Embermane hunts, I think we shall be soon. I think we soon be. How does Mr. Borman put it? Yes, we will be in business, Slayer.
Steer clear of the dark
Okay,
clouds,
so
Slayer.
those are all the quests right now. So yeah, I'm gonna go gather and basically complete all the quests now that we know what we need to do for each, and then I'll bring you guys back once I'm ready. Because else, if I need to incorporate every hunt that I do and every farm that I do for these quests, I think my video is gonna be a couple hours. And I just wanna see and show you guys what the entire quest line is, what they all ask of you. And later on, if you have any troubles, you can always ask in the comments down below, of course. I'm gonna go hunting. So I do believe I'm almost halfway ready now, something like that. If we go to quest log into the Maelstrom, so complete Gregario's quest, claim your rewards. I still need to talk to Gregario, because basically I don't have a quest of him, I think. And then complete Parariani's quest, Behemoth Studies. Behemoth Studies is ready, so only need to enter it. Alchemical Romance is ready. Light of Fire is the one I'm doing right now. And then the Maelstrom effect. I'm gonna have to do a run for solo run for specific, basically solo that I always get the break part. Else, if you are mixed with good people, they will get break parts themselves, and that means the quest will finish slower. But I do find that where you need to do the quest is really goodly pointed out. It's Blaze Behemoth, so you can do Heroic, the Bloodfire Ember Main regular one, or the Ember Main one, the lesser Ember Main. Ember Main doesn't count for the quests, but as you can see, any patrol, any pursuit you do only gives rams. It doesn't matter how high you do it, so you can. It's basically easier if you just take the lower one. If it's just rams anyway and no materials behind it, it doesn't matter if you go to the heroic version or not. Or you need heroic parts from him, that's possible as well, but I prefer to complete my quests a little faster, so I'm gonna start up this last hunt. I'm gonna group up with a lot of people, that means parts will break faster. I don't need personal parts for this one, I think, so yeah, all's good in the end. I'm gonna quest a little further, but I'm, yeah, enjoying the quest line. I do hope now that they actually have, like, a specific section quest log. I do hope that they later on in the game bring out more quests in this game. Maybe quests around the storyline or something. Maybe quests for a different zone, because we still, well, a couple of weeks ago we talked about a new zone that were, or new islands that were possibly in the making. So not sure how that's gonna evolve now, because basically there are no more islands to click on. You can see a frozen island, a desert island, a forest island, and then another desert, another winter. So all the different islands we actually have are portraited pretty nicely in here, and match found. There we go. So I'm gonna go on an Ember Main, see if I can get 4 more parts. So we got a new end screen as well, something I haven't shown you guys. My rank, I was the only one, so team rank as well, 7 minutes. Kind of long, but I was focusing on the part, so couldn't. If I go for speed, I basically just shoot the head and then always keep shooting the head. Basically, you don't want to hit any more parts, you just want to hit the only part that actually is broken. So if you continue, we actually go towards this screen. Loot 240 rams, 3 smoldering, 4 firebrand scales, 7 wrathwort, 4 sky bloom, 4 slayer's bloom, 1 gold slayer core, and then the bonus never downed, 2 cherok scales, and plus 1 agility cell. So if you are never downed, you always get a bonus. Sometimes it's 1, sometimes it's 2. I don't get a bonus for the elite hunt pass because I do not have it. Then you have the slayer progression, so cherok mastery, repeaters mastery. I've gone up a level, as you can see. We've got the different experience bars, 1, 2, 3, 4 experience bars, all counting at the same time. I do not think this is correct. I think one needs to go and then the other one needs to go. Not really sure, but if this is how it works, it's gonna be faster than I realized. Deal 2 million damage, behemoths with any repeaters, so we done 40,000 damage almost. Do 2 million damage to behemoths with any neutral. And then the quest and challenges down here, the Maelstrom effect, gather cherok scales 5, we have 2 out of 5, and a master of evasion, dodge through 125 attacks, 74 out of 125. Hunt 10 behemoths with any repeaters, so it's a really good list of slayer progression and how to follow what you actually did that day. But you guys all know me and I'm still missing numbers. I want to see how much damage I did. I cannot. As long as I'm gonna keep playing this game and recording this game, that's something I'm always gonna keep saying. I'm trying not to do it every episode, but eventually always my mind turns to it. Every time I make a hunt, I want to see how much damage I did, how much stagger I did, how much part damage I did, how much wound damage I did. I want to see any and all types of damage that I did and how well I did. If I can improve How can I improve? Is it better that I don't go for speed but for power? Like, those are only things you can actually calculate if you have numbers. So, yeah, anyway, I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna go on another Cherok hunt. Map, pursuit, blaze, firebrand. Private out, let's go. Alright, so quest log, everything complete. Only into the Maelstrom, complete Gregario's quest, claim your rewards. So basically, I think there isn't a quest marker here, but I think the first time you actually claim your rewards, you are gonna complete it. So yeah, 2 level, not that much, but did I complete it now? That is the question. Mastery map quest log. Complete Gregario's quest, claim your reward. Does he have a quest? I don't see a quest marker on him.
Slayer.
Upgrade to elite. Do you guys see any quest here? Somewhere, info?
Always be slaying. This isn't the time to go on and on.
Yeah.
If you'll excuse me.
Gregario's quest, but he doesn't have a quest. Maybe it's one quest log. Which one? Complete Periana's quest, Behemoth study. Behemoth study, yeah. So let's just enter the quests as we have them and then see what happens.
What's the word, Cap?
Alchemical romance, that ought to do the
You're
trick.
getting that,
Any
Daniel.
one of these new recipes should put you at an advantage on your next hunt, but that one was a particularly tasty choice, if a bit on the sour side. Help Boston collect his new tonic recipes by collecting Rothward, Skybloom, and Dashleaf. Complete combat alchemy.
How dangerous could it be?
So yeah, insight and assault tonic. Basically, we already have all tonics. Boss marks are like the stagger and wound behemoths 5 times each. So that's a pretty easy one to do, except glad you stopped by, Skipper. I've made some real alchemical breakthroughs with my latest batch of tonics. They're guaranteed to make you more effective at dealing out the hurt to those behemoths. The insight tonic helps you focus on inflicting wounds, while the assault tonic helps you stagger your quarry. Before I get to work on these though, I want to make sure you get the most out of them that you can. Get out there and inflict wound and stagger on some behemoths without the benefit of tonics. When you have done that, these tonics will be of real use to you.
Good ship.
Okay, so that's the next question for this dude. Where is the next one? Hey, miss. What do you got to say? Behemoth studies, so we got 2 here. Good to see you, more or less unscathed, Slayer. What if you brought me is a great start. There's a lot to unpack here. Speak to Honorary Behemoth expert Dr. Shade Pirani and see if you can help complete the 3 patrols. Complete the Maelstrom effects. Well, I can't say I'm fond of the smell, but I guess that's how you know they're fresh. These trophies will help me determine how behemoths have been affected by the Maelstrom expansion. Sometimes science isn't pretty. So, take the gatherables. You can actually, I tested it, you can actually just do it in a group. That way you have 4 players trying to kill 4 parts at the same time. It might be faster, it might not be faster, that's kind of up to you. So complete melting the ice. Speak to Periani about how you can help her study the interaction of Frost Behemoth and a Blaze weapon. Slay a normal Frost Behemoth with a Blaze weapon and slay a normal Blaze Behemoth with a Frost weapon. Can do. As you know, my primary reason for leaving St. Evelyn is to come to this. St. Evelyn? Yeah. Remote location is to research what makes behemoths tick, not for any altruistic reason, but we can better hunt them down and destroy them. And by we, I mean you and your fellow slayers, of course. In this case, I'm looking for data concerning the interaction of opposing etheric forces when I'm living in entity is involved, which is to say I need you to slay a frost-feeding behemoth with a blaze-powered weapon and a blaze behemoth with a frost weapon. Your lantern should collect all the information I require. Okay, so that's a pretty easy one. Just switch out my barrel and GG's. That way I can get some mastery for the blaze barrel as well.
Good to see you.
A light a fire. I admit I was not certain this design would function correctly until I was complete, such as an etheric smithing process. It is by nature an unpredictable medium, but if you have the components, I can now build you an Embermane lantern for you. So collect Embermane Rapture, collect 10 Embermane
Goodbye.
Completes.
For now.
And that was the only quest he gave.
Yes. What is it?
And basically, yeah, the Embermane Rapture instant, 30% attack, 30% faster for 8 seconds. Create a fireball in front of you that explodes after 5 seconds, dealing 750 blaze damage. 30% attack speed is good, but I do prefer, which was it, the Strike? Yeah, create an aura that grants nearby slayers 15% increased movement speed and attack speed for 15 seconds. So it's almost double the time, but it's only half the buff. But basically, if you double with 15%, still makes 30%. So like it's kind of the same, but yeah, I like the group buff, so I kind of use this one. So no more quests for this one after the other one. I do believe maybe later on, or for the other players, there might be quests for the different lanterns for them. But yeah, I have one more question mark. Where are you, question mark? Okay, up front. Hello there. Into the Maelstrom. Impressive slave, you've come a long way in a short time, and I hope you've picked up some useful knowledge about behemoth science. You'll need it for what I've got in mind next. Head into the Maelstrom to take on the objectives Cat has given you. So yeah, complete Gregorio's quest, claim your rewards. I do not believe this is a quest right now that exists in the game. That's why they left it out, and you could still complete it without it. So I wasn't looking for nothing. The Heralds of the Storm slay 3 elemental behemoths that threaten Ramsgate, Pangar, Helion, and Drask. Pretty straightforward and easy, except we don't know what's caused the Skyquake, but Copper Wheel and Ray say it emanates from the heart of the Maelstrom. I'd say that tracks with the reports I'm getting about powerful elemental behemoths turning up closer to Ramsgate than we've ever seen them. You faced elementals before, but behemoths that prefer to feed on just one type of aether, but you haven't faced full-grown Drasks, Pangers, or Helions. These behemoths are bigger, stronger, and they're threatening our city. It's time you got more on-the-job training. I hope you're ready. I need a slayer who can deal with them, and you're the best I can spare for the job. But make sure you prepare. Elemental behemoths bring a different balance of power to the party. You'll need to gear up accordingly.
We're done here.
Hunt pass, burn up, level up. There we go. And we have 2 more quests that came available. Damn, if every time I interface between the quests... Ah, okay, a blacksmithing and an armor smithing quest. Makes sense. Aether orbs, so explaining the Aether orbs in the game right now used to be the heroic tokens and the normal. Collect 4 different types of Aether orbs for weaponsmiths, boremen, 30 blaze orbs, neutral orbs, frost orbs, and shock orbs. Except Aether Orb Slayer, I know why you come to Wills, and Wills knows too. Your weapons are good, but better they could be. Wills knows this as well, and Wills knows how to improve your weapons using new techniques. I've learned from our old friend the Admiral. To put it simply, I require you to collect orbs. What are orbs? Concentrated nodes of etheric energy in solid workable form. Why do they sometimes fall from the bodies of behemoths when slayers strike them? Wills is no behemoth expert, ask the doctor. But I do know that I can use them to improve your weapons, as he shakes his head up and down improvingly. Improve your weapons in ways previously unseen, and that's what you must help Wills do. And that's what I will help Wills do. Okay, I see another lantern quest. There we go. Cold light and light electric help Archon is designed for new Pangar lightning. In line with you are going to do Pangar right now, so makes sense. Except the frost feeding Pangar has long been a menace to slayers and settlers alike. Not only is the beast itself a direct threat, but the frost aether it both consumes and spreads can have devastating effects on the ecological and ecologies of ordinary islands. But this has inspired a new lantern design. A tool will turn the frost powers of the Pangar against other behemoths. I'm losing my words completely. To finish this design, I need some information. I need you to slay a Pangar using a neutral aether weapon that is a weapon without a specific elemental charge, such as frost, blaze, or shock, which will give some precise data for calibrating the final schematic. When you have accomplished this task, return to me. So neutral weapon is the one I'm using right now, and then light electric. Drask, apparently. The light electric, I've been speaking with my honorary colleague, Dr. Puriani, and she shared some of her findings regarding the Drask species. This information has almost allowed me to complete the lantern schematic I've been working on. The only data point I have not specifically addressed is balancing the shock aether of the Drask with more common neutral aether. How, you ask? Simply, while your lantern is active, slay a Drask using a neutral charged weapon. That is a weapon that does not favor shock, blaze, frost, aether in any way. Weapons forged using Gnasher, Shrike or Quillshot trophies, for example, will fit this category. So again, neutral, perfect. We
Farewell
are
to you,
already
Slayer.
neutral here. So again, our quest log is pretty full. Melting the Ice, Combat Alchemy, Heralds of the Storm, Aether Orbs, Cold Light and the Light Electric. This is where I'm gonna end this video for today, else it's gonna be a 30-40 minute video. So tomorrow we are gonna continue with these quests and see where they bring us. Let's do it a little more professionally. Hope you enjoyed the episode and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.